Some mongers, like Kuro in Riverville, or Gabor Gaboff in Ark, offer rare books whose value should not be underestimated.
You're a foreigner, aren't you? I wish I'd have crossed the Red Sea once, or seen Kira, the Grand Bazaar. Ah, well.
It's not too late.
And out. What are you doing in this part of the city?
Can't you see I'm a keeper? Can't you see I'm legit? Alright, what does the Shira need from me?
Walk blessed.
Huh? What do you...
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That's just how we is.
What?
Prophet, are you in there?
Oh my gosh.
Why? What have you done?
I have not. This wasn't me.
Hard times.
Nothing. She was dead already.
What? No. I will not accept this. I will not accept this.
What motive would I have to kill this woman?
Forgive me. This is simply too much.
Yeah, what motive would I have?
Yes, I know, Nea. But she was a good woman.
I liked Lashira.
We both know that we're not involved in this. So please tell me why you and Lashari wanted to meet up here? Were the two of you close?
Not like
It's
that.
been a while since there was a man at Lashari's side.
No, you got that all wrong. I don't swing that way. Yeah, she didn't want you to know. No, it wasn't like that. What? No, of course not.
So why?
It seems there's a traitor in Ark, someone from among our own ranks. Nishari wanted to tell me who was behind the assault at Dal'Varek Guard. I don't know if I trust Yuslan. Sharim, though. It seems there's a traitor in Ark, someone from our own ranks. Nishari wanted to tell me who was behind the assault at Dal'Varek Guard. Nishari wanted me to tell us something about my gift.
Her gift. I see. But then who has killed her? This doesn't make any sense. Maybe the murderer has left a clue. We have to search.
I liked Lashari, or I liked her. Oh man, I liked her. Doggone it. You feel Lashari's pulse. Her body still has some warmth. To it. But she is dead. Wow. Apprentice Book of Sneak. Can I really look around without stealing anything? Suspicious cap dust bottle. Maybe she died of this? Or the person who killed her had this
What's
with
this?
him?
Let me see. Yes! This could be our clue.
A glimmer dust bottle. Couldn't that belong to Lashari?
No, certainly not. But come to think about it, it doesn't really help us either. There are so many dust addicts in Ark, it would take years just to count them. Oh, by the name of the sun, I will inform the Order.
Shouldn't we keep searching?
Yes, you do that. But come back to the temple as soon as you're finished, alright? The Archmagister has found something out about those sources we need for the beacon, even though he paid a high price for it.
Potatoes, garlic,
Oh,
that
jeez.
should be it.
Poor Lashari.
Fades away.
Poor Lashari. I liked her. That was a turn of events that I wasn't prepared for. Discuss the next steps with Lexil. Goodness gracious. Ugh. Everybody's dropping dead left and right. It better not be Kali or Jaspar next, because I would have a cow.
Huh? Can I help you?
No. Someone died. You can't help me. When did this become so super bright?
Yes.
Yes, it makes
That
sense.
just might work.
The prodigy, huh? A parent owe you for the shards of this sigil stone. I didn't think I would ever say this, but thank you.
You're welcome.
Ah, if it isn't the prophet.
Atlas,
What's
wherever
wrong?
you look,
You look
Where
troubled.
is this supposed to lead?
Lashari. She's dead. Someone murdered her.
I know. Shah Rim has already told me.
Really?
I hardly knew her, but it's horrible. Different ideologies or not, she was a fine young mage, and her knowledge of the Pyreans was impressive.
Exactly.
We need to find the ones who did this, and fast. But you probably already know that. Thank Malphus we just had a breakthrough with the beacon.
Yes, Yuslan told me about that. Does that mean we now know what's missing?
At least as far as the sockets go, yes. In the old tablets you found in old Dal'Galar, there's talk of black embers, which are supposed to be some kind of energy supply for the machine.
Black embers. Any clues as to what those could be?
This is what we've been asking ourselves over the past few weeks. And then it fell like pelt from our eyes. The Pyreans were talking about the Black Pearls. Old jewels, sometimes known as Blackstones. They appeared for the first time in the Golden Era, and every self-important noble literally fought to get one in his possession. Apparently they originated from Stormwind, the old city in the heart of Arctwind. They changed owners for decades, sometimes by violence, sometimes by gold. The whole thing only stopped when the owners took note of an undesirable side effect, if you like.
Like a curse? Well, what's a legendary jewel without a catch?
Everything has a catch, and sometimes this catch is even upside down. But the stones weren't somehow enchanted, if that's what you're thinking. At least not by any known magical means. Nevertheless, all of their owners eventually shared the same fate. Countess Katua from Nerim, for example, whose castle burnt down to its foundations.
Oh, and
According
fire.
to a survivor of this tragedy, she was to blame for that. He claimed that he saw her the night it happened, laughing hysterically and dancing in the dining room and summoning waves of fire all around her. She was not previously known to have any magical talent in her.
Interesting. So these jewels somehow give their owners magical powers?
Correct. Plus, all of them eventually showed similar symptoms of delusion, like those possessed by the Red Madness do. A peculiar coincidence, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's peculiar. That's one way to put it. What happened once the word got out to the public that the stones were cursed?
Not quite.
Those who owned a pearl tried to get rid of it, or lock it up somewhere safe, and eventually they fell into oblivion. Tell him your theory, Archmagister.
Yes, of course. We believe that the stones carry energy, pure, uncontrolled magic, and that the High Ones use them for their own purposes.
You mean the High Ones use these pearls to deliberately drive people into madness?
Correct. The pearls' magic make their owners powerful, but the High Ones befoul them, so to speak. Like a poison potion. I know it sounds odd, but the parallels are too striking to ignore.
I can kind
The
of
red
understand
shimmer
that.
in the victim's eyes, the slow descent into madness, and ultimately this irrational, destructive act of violence.
But what do the High Ones get out of it? Why would they do that?
That's a question I've been asking myself since we first learned of the cycle. Who knows? Maybe they like for us to suffer. Or maybe they see us as we see ants, whose lives simply mean nothing. Or maybe the very concept of intentions is meaningless to them.
I see. And you think that the magic of these black stones could give the beacon the energy it needs?
That's what we think, yes. Nothing else in this world possesses that much raw power.
Oh, great.
Which is why you will find them for us.
Oh, great. Me, of course. Of course I will.
Yes?
How is the construction of the beacon coming along?
Well, finding out about the Blackstones was definitely a great step forwards. But still, we're left with a myriad of questions. Sometimes I feel pathetic, to be honest. Like a child, asked to understand the functioning of a Starling airship.
You aren't Andralian, aren't you? Are you? You've got a slight accent.
I do? Thought I had gotten rid of it by now. But yes, I'm originally from Nerim. Just like you, as I've heard.
Oh, and why didn't you tell me?
Oh, I don't know. Probably because I don't have very fond memories of my time there.
I'm sorry to hear that.
If someone would have told you 20 years ago that one day I would be the Archmagister of the Holy Order, you'd have probably laughed in his face. It's absurd just to think of it. You know, I was a slave there.
You were? A slave?
Yes. You see, I was born into a traveling group of Aeterna minstrels.
Oh.
I never got to know my father, though, and living that way was hard. So my mother eventually decided to burn all bridges behind us and start over. Sorry, I'm babbling. I don't want to bother you with my boring stories.
No, I was surprised
Wherever you look,
I got to know more about you.
supposed to lead?
I was the one who asked. You're not bothering me. What happened to you and your mother after you went away?
Well, after some days on the road, we met a traveling merchant who gave us a ride to the next village. A small one named Sildren in the Salathan forest. It seemed almost perfect at the beginning. The place was quiet, and my mother found herself a job as a weaver in the local count's castle. One day, however, the count simply stopped paying her. And, well, when she asked for the reason, he told her that we were his property from that moment on. Just like that.
He just made you his slaves? Is that even possible?
Why wouldn't it be? We were just a woman and a young son, and he owned both the land and the local guard. We had to serve this Creole, that was the count's name, for 9 years. It was horrible.
And no one came to help you?
No. No one. We weren't the only slaves he kept, and the villagers were too afraid to do anything. As for Chancellor Baratheon's armies, well, I'd be surprised if they even knew Sildren existed.
I'm sorry to hear that. So how did you manage to get away?
Pure luck, I suppose. One day, an Enderalian merchant and his escort passed through the village. They were on their way to Waverock to catch a ship from there. And just by coincidence, he saw me crushing some herbs I had found in the forest. That's what I did in the little spare time I had, you know. The Salathan forest is so incredibly rich with plants you have no idea. What I didn't know was that I had found an entire sheaf of God's tongue. That impressed the merchant so much that he simply bought me.
Oh. What about your mother?
He left her there. Believe me, what he did had nothing to do with mercy. He just saw that there was money to be made off of me. I cried and protested, of course, but 2 months later, our ship arrived in Ark, where he got infected with flesh maggots and died shortly thereafter.
Oh.
Luckily enough, he was a sublime.
Oh.
And since his relatives didn't know what to do with me once he was dead, they simply asked the Order to grant me the novitiate. Which
Oh.
they did. How the left path. Sounds crazy when I tell it like that. And it probably is. But back then, it just happened.
Wow. That's actually pretty incredible, considering his original path. What of your mother? Did you ever find out what happened to her?
I tried, but as you can imagine, my obligations made my options to do so very limited. Only recently, however, word reached me from a mercenary whom I sent over. According to him, Creo is dead, and his castle was deserted. But who knows if he just said that to appease me. I think when all of this is over, I might ask the Grandmaster for permission to travel there myself.
Where is this
And then,
supposed to lead?
who knows?
Huh.
By the righteous path, now I really am babbling. I am sure a man like you has better things to do than listen to the stories of a boring old chronicler. I should probably get back to business. Forgive me.
No, I really enjoyed that. I'm really glad that we have all these options to get to know all these characters. But anyway, sorry sir, you've been sending the whole time.
Which is why you will find them for us.
Oh yeah, But if the High Ones poison these stones, isn't it dangerous to bring them here?
No, because we know what we are dealing with. Unlike those who fell victim to the stones.
Okay, things are getting a little
Imagine
shady.
them as a powerful, magical sword. A fool won't know how to wield it and will eventually cut himself with it. A seasoned warrior, however, can use its power for his purposes.
If you say so.
Which doesn't mean, however, that we will be careless with them. What we need is their energy, and once we have transferred that to the beacon, their shells will be useless to the High Ones.
In other words, without the energy of these stones, the beacon is useless.
Correct.
And how exactly are we supposed to find them? Didn't you say that they were scattered all over Vin?
That's right. But we don't need all of them. The beacon has 3 sockets, and that is how many of the stones we will acquire.
Okay.
Archmagister.
I studied the history of the pearls as a young arcanist, and I think that my notes might give you some hints as to where you should start looking.
Let's
Give
hope
me
he
until
knows
tomorrow.
what he's
By
doing.
then I will have prepared the relevant excerpts.
Alright, anything else I should know?
Just come to me whenever you have questions.
Well, you
And
answered a whole
hurry.
bunch of them.
I take it you have already noticed this, but Nerimi's troops are roaming our land and building outposts, and the Red Madness is also getting worse as we speak. Now go, Prophet. The sooner we find these stones, the better.
Yes,
Prophet.
sir.
That's beyond me.
Hello.
Alright, so... Find a way into the community hall. Wait. Proceed to Old Salterus. Wait until Archmagister Mariel has prepared the documents. Alright, we'll wait.
Congratulations, I guess. The Grand Master must think highly of you.
What?
Yes. That's your area of Prophet, isn't it?
Well, I did study the Chronicle.
Hello.
Hey, Archmagister.
Yes?
Did you gather those notes?
Ah, yes. Here. There they are. I've marked the most relevant parts, so you don't have to read the entire book. Just see if they tell you anything that could give you a clue as to where you should start searching. I will be waiting at the beacon.
Cool. Excellent. Excellent. Alright, so... Black Light, Part 1. Find the black stone.
Just
You. Good to see you.
You know the kind.
So we've got to find these 3 black stones. The black stones, an essay written by Lexiel Mariel, Archmagister of the Holy Order. On the following pages, Lexiel illustrates the origin and myth of the black stones as well as various speculations about them. You can see a total of 3 bookmarks inside the tome. First bookmark. And so the question remains, if the quarrels in the lineage of the Dal'Galar are ultimately not to be also blamed on the Black Stone, it is certain that Jiro Dal'Galar, whose fascination for rare materials was commonly known, bought the stone from a peddler from Kira for a 6pence, presumably without being aware of what it actually was. In addition, it is known that Jiro's descendant, Kitaron Dal'Galar, which the business of his noble house made one of the most mighty men of all Enderal, despite his evident misanthropic character traits, had and has a certain fondness for tradition and cherishes his father's collection of stones like its life itself. If someone had to make assumptions on the whereabouts of the black stones on Enderal, it would be well advised to seek an audience with Dal'Galar himself. Second bookmark. To this day, one of the black stones remains in the possession of the Andralian noble house Dal'Varek. Oh, Dal'Varek! Jespar! Even though today it is almost utterly obliterated, excluding 2 offspring, which is Jespar and his sister. It is debatable where the black stone is currently located, just as debatable as if the Dal'Vareks even know about the nature of this relic. A starting point would be the estate of the family, although it has been completely burned down during a tragic accident 3 decades ago. Third bookmark. It is known that the Order of the Apothecary was at one point in possession of a stone. However, searching for more detailed clues is in vain. The apothecary claimed persistently it was lost, yet knowing what to make of it is, of course, questionable. Aha. Got it. Started a song in silence. Ask Kitaron Dal'Galar for the whereabouts of the Black Stone.
Glimmer at the horizon.
All the dead souls. See Jespar and the Dancing Nomad.
Entire Pyrean realm?
As in death.
That sounds more like fanaticism to me.
Angel.
Like something an idealist would do.
Sound the apothecary
Yes,
in their city on the
probably.
Black
But
Stone.
maybe something happened that caused a change of heart in him.
My thoughts
Find
exactly.
Dal'Varek's Black Stone.
Any idea
Bring
what?
it to us.
The
Find the
fable? No,
apothecary.
nothing. But I'm not
Find
certain I
Dal'Galar.
understand why this is so important.
So... Sound the apothecary in the Undercity. Wow, we've got a bunch. This one's the most difficult. It says 4 stars. This one's 3 stars. That one's 3 stars. Let's start with Angel. I've done a bunch with Jespar, and I kind of want to spread Jespar out. So let's go to the Undercity. I don't want to be too spoiled because we've had a lot of Jespar lately, and I kind of want to, you know, I kind of want to make sure that we take him, you know, gradually. So we want to go to the Undercity, right? No, I have been here, actually. I have been here. Never mind.
What? Who are you?
The Order sent me. I need your help with something.
Oh, really? And what could someone working for the Order bring down to a place like this and risk spoiling his fine garments?
I'm here because I'm looking for a black stone, which is said to be associated with your league. Do you know anything about that?
A black stone? No idea what you're talking about. Now, is there something else? If not, leave. Time is sparse these days.
You're not helpful at all.
What?
Oh,
thank the sun.
Kalia.
I've been looking for you.
Hey, girl. Kalia, what are you doing here?
I followed you. It's about your mission. I know that the Grandmaster ordered you to find the Black Stones, and I believe I know where to find the one you were looking for down here.
Oh. You do? Where?
Far away from here, and I can show you where. The only thing I ask of you is that no one must know about my part in this. Promise me that, and I'll tell you what I know.
Yeah, it's a deal. I mean, we're like besties. I promise.
Thanks. Believe me, I don't like this any more than you do.
So, where are you? You said far away. Where exactly far away? Kalia? Kalia?
It burns.
Okay, so I'm just gonna walk with Kalia. Ladies first, I guess.
I remember coming here as a child. The apothecary gave me something to eat before setting me on the streets again. All that, it seems so distant now. It's easy to forget about the other side of the coin once you haven't seen it for a while.
Right. Where are we going?
Alright, this is better. Have you ever heard the name Dal'Galar?
I haven't, but apparently Angelus has. Dal'Galar. Yes, I think someone told me about him once. The healer of the poor?
Healer of the poor. Yes, that's what some people called him. It doesn't do him justice, though. Dal'Galar helped everyone regardless of his wealth. The only difference was that he had the rich people pay for their treatment. Do you also remember why he left Ark?
Vaguely. Didn't he have a quarrel with the League of the Apothecary because of his methods?
Yes. For him, the end justified the means. For example, it is said that he once healed a crippled soldier by replacing his lost leg. The League considered such practices pathless, but Dal'Galar refused to give in, and that is how they came to blows. Finally, Dal'Galar left Ark and moved into a remote old castle in the Frostcliff Mountains.
Frostcliff Mountains? Huh. That's so typical. He tried to help people. That's what should matter.
True. But people fear what they don't know. It has always been like that. I guess you know the rest of the story. He became more and more reclusive until one day, he locked the gates and was never heard from again.
Until now?
The apothecaries say that it was his eccentricity which was to blame, but I think there's more to it than that.
Let me guess. You think the Black Stone had a role in all of this?
I know it did. I recently read the notes of one of the few apprentices he permitted to come with him. And this is where it gets interesting. Dal'Galar researched something he only referred to as the Angel.
The Angel?
No one but him was allowed to take part in its creation, and he hired dozens of mercenaries to get him the resources he needed for his experiments. Books, relics, rare herbs, things like that. And one of those relics was a small dark stone, shining like the skin of an eel.
Ah, The Black Stone. And you think it is responsible for whatever really happened in his castle?
Yes. What do you think, Saira? That does sound like a lead, doesn't it?
It's better than what I had before. A good one, actually. But why all the secrecy?
I was waiting for that question. Alright then. I might as well come clean.
There's still more to you that I don't know,
I am interested
Kalia.
in all this because there is a rumor as to what the angel was supposed to be.
What?
A talisman. One that allows its bearer to heal any disease in the world, even flesh maggots, the yellow fever, or the Black Death. All of them.
Or even demon possession?
And I want to find this angel, Saira.
Right. Well, Angelus apparently is not as quick as I am. I know exactly why.
Isn't it obvious? Because I want to be healed.
Right. You're talking about this creature inside you, the demon.
Yes. If there's even just a sliver of a chance that this device, whatever it is, can help me, I have to take it.
Well, I'm gonna take you
and
there.
That is also why the Order must not know about any of this. They would confiscate the artifact before I could use it for myself.
Not if I can help it.
And what am I supposed to tell them if they ask me why I need it?
Right.
I can't allow anyone to learn the truth about me, not until I've dealt with it. Now, enough about my motivations, Saira. Let us plan how we are going to proceed.
I got you, Kalia. I am going to do this for my friend. You're right. How do we get to this castle? It's up north, right?
Yes. I found us a map that should point the way from the Frostcliff Tavern. Go prepare yourself. I will meet you there. And thank you for helping me. I know I might not show it that much, but I appreciate your, friendship. I really do.
Me too, Kalia. I appreciate our friendship too. It's awesome. Meet Kalia in the Frostcliff Tavern. Okay. So we're gonna do this.
You're not from here, are you? I heard.
No, I'm not from here at all. But it's okay. It's okay, little kid. You're adorbs. I need to get out of here. How do I get out
Now you're quite
of
the sight.
here?
How about a little bit?
Alright, we are in the Frost Cliffs, which isn't really that far from... Oh, it's not really that far from Fogville. So, why did I not discover the Fogville Tower, Myrad Tower? Oh well. So, we're supposed to meet Mira at the Frostville
Oi,
Tavern.
you there. Don't look at me like that. Looking for trouble, eh?
Wow, your neck is like shrinking. I'm new to this area. Do you happen to have any tips for me?
Tips? Just be wary of your outside city walls. I guess you've noticed as much already, but this...
Yeah, this place has seen better days.
Malfest's blessings.
Excuse my friend, but you wouldn't recognize a tear if it was drooling in his face.
Please, sit down.
Malfest's blessings.
If I were you, I would stay away. But anyway, this man, this Dal'Galar, he was crazy.
What makes you say that?
Well, before he, shut himself in, he sent his servants down here a couple of times each moon. And every time they hired dozens of hunters to bring them dead game. Rabbits, deer, and the like.
Okay.
So, he probably needed them for his experiments.
Aye, my dad, but why so many? I mean, 40 cadavers a week? Must be something wrong with that. Maybe he's an entropist, a bone mage, or something like that. And maybe he wanted to use those corpses to raise an army of undead to take revenge on the League.
Rabbits, Folyek. Rabbits.
The dose makes the poison. Isn't that how you say it, my dad?
Yes, that's the saying. I need to go now. Thank you for your help. I take it you listened. I don't think we'll get more than superstitious chatter out of these people. What do you say? Should we head out?
Yeah, give me some more time. Maybe they'll just know something that could help us.
As you like. Just tell me once you're ready to leave.